Hey, how you doing? I am Gio. Welcome to the channel, or hopefully welcome back because we are on episode 8, the finale, the last episode of The Gentleman. And it has been great. And I think this last episode is got to be a blockbuster, right? Right? Everything is sort of falling into place. If you haven't seen the other reactions to the other episodes, you can go back and check out the page. Of course, you don't have to if you've seen the show. You just want to watch this one. That's absolutely fine as well. While you're here, before we start, there's a subscribe button down here somewhere. If you enjoy this kind of content, you can push subscribe, bell notification, all that bullshit. There's a Patreon link in the description as well. It's $1 a month for early access and a few exclusives. So The Gentleman, of course, is a sort of spin-off from the Guy Ritchie movie, The Gentleman, starring Matthew McConaughey, where, stately homes are used to sort of disguise a marijuana growing operation. And instead of the Matthew McConaughey character, we have got the Glass family. Bobby Glass in prison, his daughter Susie is running it. Eddie comes back from the army when his father dies to discover that his father has been, in partnership with the Glass family. One of 11, I think, or one of 12 at a time. 2 more added, of course. But yeah, but Eddie doesn't necessarily want to be involved in the marijuana business. So Eddie wants out, but Eddie's not stupid, and he knows he can't just make them leave, right? And along the way, there's been a shitload of twists and turns in, like I said, side missions. Somebody wants a favor, so you've got to do this favor, you've got to do that favor, and we've met a whole lot of amazingly colourful characters, from a gypsy traveller family, the Wards, to the Dixon family from Liverpool, the cocaine dealers headed by the Gospel, who preaches scripture to people as he's murdering them. Brilliant. And a heap of other guys, like the characters in Guy Ritchie writes are second to none. Right? I'm naming the characters of Guy Ritchie writes because he probably didn't necessarily write all of this, but inspired by, right, the type of character that Guy Ritchie would write, right? And so we've got to the point that Eddie made a bit of a mistake. Well, Eddie has been manipulated by Stanley Johnson, the sort of American who wants to take over the glass business, right? And we just found out last episode he has been the hand over the top of the whole thing. Everything bad that's happened has been Stanley Johnson, right? But we know this now. And Eddie has I think Eddie has got a plan, right, to deal with Stanley Johnson. But I don't think Susie knows that Eddie's got a plan, and I don't think Susie necessarily trusts Eddie. I think Eddie wants to make amends, and I think Eddie thinks that if he can get rid of Stanley Johnson, the Glass family will let him go as a gratitude, as a good faith. And you might be right. You might be right, because he went to visit Bobby Glass in prison to sort of, I guess, tell him the plan. And at the same time, Susie phoned the fucking psychotic gospel guy and told her that Freddie Horniman shot his brother. So brilliant. Well done. As if things weren't getting tense enough, right? So I think this ends with Eddie and Susie together, right? In one way or another, either romantically or business. I think there are two, Eddie is too capable to live the life of a duke, tending the grounds and doing not much of fuck all else, right? I feel like Eddie is too good at the dirty parts of the job, right? So we'll see how this goes. But this is episode 8. This is called The Gospel According to Bobby Glass.
I am a great believer in the importance of sartorial expression. There's nothing wrong with conformity, as long as you know you're conforming. Whilst I might dress like a sheep, there are various telltale signs that betray to the esoteric eye that I am, in fact, a wolf in sheep's
Mate,
clothing.
you speak too fucking much, you really do.
Do you have an occasion in mind for its unveiling?
I do indeed. A new suit for a new era.
He speaks far too much, doesn't he? Oh, Jock's awake.
His spirit is strong, and his flesh will follow the spirit.
It's a comforting thought.
Yeah, very comforting.
Now, I wouldn't like to do anything to upset you or your father.
It's a free swing, John.
Nothing is safe, nothing to pray for, nothing is safe, nothing is...
We need to go to my cottage and pick up a few things.
Fucking hell, Jeffrey.
A little much, isn't it, Jeffrey?
Jeffrey's a dark horse, isn't he? It really is. Jeffrey's got a bit past him. Jeffrey's got some interesting history.
Oh, fuck.
All right, Dad, how's it going?
Don't worry about me. What's the latest?
I just spoke to the consultant. Jack's doing well. He's asleep, but we're on the right path.
I had a chat with Eddie yesterday. He got me thinking. So I need you over here too, sweet. And bring the Duke with you.
That might be a problem.
Why?
Well, he sold us out. So I sold him out.
Oh no.
Look, I think you should check your news media, yeah? I reckon you're about 24 hours out a day. Whatever you've done, you better undone.
Sorry about that, Eddie. That might have been me.
Yeah, might have been.
Why the fuck would you do that?
I had my reasons at the time. Is he there yet?
Yeah, him and half the Christian Brotherhood.
Hold tight. Cavalry's on its way.
All right, whatever you're gonna do it fast.
I love you. It's been nice knowing you.
Freddie!
This is my mess, and it is time I finally fucking faced up to it.
Freddie, I will not be a fucking...
It's okay. It's okay. Guys, it's okay.
Look at him.
Because this is nothing less than I deserve. I am a massive piece of shit. Yeah? And if those guys out there let me live, I'll just go right back to being a piece of shit again. Am I wrong?
No.
Edward?
No.
Am I wrong?
And yes, you can be a bit of a prick. Big prick.
A big prick.
But right now, we need you. All right?
Good pep talk. Good pep talk. And now, you know, you can feel better about yourself because he made the offer. He attempted to do it. He wanted to do it so he can, like, sleep at night. Heaven is a place on earth. Heaven is a place on earth. Belinda Carlisle. Brilliant. Of course it is.
Fuck it.
Oh.
You know why I love pigeons so much?
No.
They symbolise the harmony of man with nature. Even before Noah touched dry land, we were working together, man and bird. Have you ever heard of Xiaomi? No one wants that scouse headbanger kicking in the front door, followed by his army of god-drunk lunar.
What's a line in it? What the
I made it clear
fuck?
to Mr. Dixon that if he went back home, I'd make it up to him.
So he called him off.
So now,
Okay.
Eddie, I've been reviewing my situation. I've come to the conclusion that I'm done, I'm out, I'm finished. Jack's gonna be all right. But I see this as a sign, an epiphany, so to speak. So,
He's out.
I'm just gonna sell the business.
Ooh, to who? To who?
You do realize you're doing exactly what Mr. Johnston wants you to.
Mr. Johnston hasn't got a fucking clue about the nuances of the situation, so no. I ain't giving no one fuck all, especially the septic. Now, I'm going to be selling to the highest bidder, and I'll accept offers in excess of 150 mil, and all bids have got to be in by the end of the week.
150 mil. Seems low, didn't it?
You got your way in the end, didn't you? Dad's selling up, and you're getting out.
What about you? I think you're a little young to retire.
I can think of worse things for the soul than getting a full 10 hours and bingo on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Quite.
Massages, pedicures.
I am aware
Net
that
worth.
it's been faced with
2.5
serious
billion.
disruption over the last few months. Product gone missing, pipelines blocked, punches being thrown.
We're aware that you're behind all of that.
Yeah, he's sneaky.
But you crossed the line when it came to my brother.
You rejected my initial approach. I needed to convince you and your father that I was in earnest. What you seem not to know is that one of your disgruntled staff has leaked to me the 12 addresses of the other farms.
I'm afraid not. The list that I gave to Mr. Stevens was, in fact, spurious.
Hello?
Good afternoon. Am I speaking with the Marquess of Beaversbrook?
Speaking.
Baron Naughton.
Hello.
Viscount Bowling.
This is he.
Oh my goodness.
What makes you think I'm interested in the weed game?
We understand that you have some serious connections in South America.
Ooh.
What they'd be getting is a vertically integrated business that currently controls close to 50% of the UK market.
I can definitely hook you up with the Ruskies, but a word to the wise, they are fucking hardcore.
Net worth, fuck all. Net worth, fuck all, right?
Well, I guess that officially brings our business dealings to an end.
Still got a few more birds left.
Might as well let them go. They'll find their way home.
I have been watching you these past couple of months, okay? Observing the way you operate and just soaking it all in. All this crime stuff right here, just...
Listen to me, all right? We're done.
Yeah.
No more games, no more debts. It's
You
over.
might think I get what this is. I see. You're jealous. You want me out the way.
I think it was you who wanted me out the way, Freddie.
Yeah, Freddie could not run that in a million fucking years. Not a chance in the world. He'd be abused and used and discarded and murdered.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm not cut out for this. But you were fucking born for it.
Yeah, I mean, you're a born gangster, innit?
Look after Mitch for me.
So, him and Susie got a business. Right? All be a foot and end. Him and Susie teaming up.
I need you to draw up some articles of association. They don't need to be legally binding, but I need to lay out terms of a consortium for interested parties. Realistically, we need to raise somewhere in the region of 200 to stand a chance. The lion's share of the agreement will come from the other 12 lords. If I can convince them to put 10% in each, we'll be well on our way. Next, we'll approach our friends in the traveling community. They now have significant funds squirreled away from their introduction into the import-export business.
A consortium.
I've been wanting to free myself of the Glass family for some time. I'm now going to lean in rather than out.
Well, that should get you a seat at the table.
Yeah.
But you're still significantly short of the number you're looking to raise. With a fair wind, you should be able to pull together 25, plus the £10 million loan from your mother.
I had to sell all my stocks and Mama's money.
Thank you, Mother.
That still leaves you a gap of 15.
Right.
Oh, what about Susie Glass? Obviously, you can't run the business without her.
Oh. So make her a
She's not
partner.
interested.
Have you asked her?
I don't see why not. I mean, from what I can gather, she's been running the entire operation for years.
Oh.
Hello, Henry.
No. No, Henry.
I gave Susie the 15 clean, plus another 15 for Jack's pocket to say sorry, but I still don't know if I'm out of the woods, so what do you want to see me about?
You know what you've done, you can't come back from that. It's inexcusable. What I'm here to explore is whether there might be a way for me to change your fortune.
Oh, yeah?
I can get you out of all this, but it's going to cost you another 15.
Yeah, 15.
And on top of that, there are a couple of things that need doing.
Ooh.
I know that your father is planning on selling the organization, and you're probably weighing up what to do. So my one piece of advice would be, don't listen to anyone, least of all my son, and especially not your father. However, if you want the benefit from my vast years of experience,
Vast.
I'd say that you're much more likely to regret the things that you didn't do rather than the things that you did.
Yeah. That is a very, very, very good point. You always regret the things you didn't do more than the things you did do. Always.
Is that Scouse brains I can see in the clouds?
A little bit, yeah. It's hard to scrub
you
off.
could argue he had it coming. Do you know what this means? Non sine periculo. It's our family motto. Not without danger.
Not without danger.
He got me thinking. Nothing in life worth having comes without a little danger.
How much danger, though?
See, what I realized is my family have been doing this for generations. Living in the zoo, but hunting in the jungle. It's nothing new. It's just another turn of the wheel. You put in 35, we'll be equal partners.
You want to be partners?
But we need to talk about Henry Collins.
I gave him a pass once.
Oh.
It's not happening again.
Oh.
Understandable. But I think we need to adjust our expectations. In the short term, at least.
I wonder what the numbers are going to be.
Let her fly.
I've been thinking a lot about my childhood.
Oh. The
I
reveal.
realized you basically taught me everything I know.
They fucking look alike.
All those times we went camping in the woods. And it was you who taught me how to make a fire and how to ride a horse, how to tickle a salmon. It was always you, wasn't it?
I'm just the gamekeeper, Charlotte.
Fucking tell her. Go on.
Charlotte,
Go on, tell her.
I didn't want you to be ashamed.
Oh.
Never be ashamed. You're the most impressive man I've ever known.
Oh. Oh. I thought he was just a rich prick. You were actually the person who kept the place running.
That's 4 bids. On the table. All north of asking. Well done. And I notice you both got your name on one of these. That's a turn up for the books.
Well, well, well.
Well, I just want to let you know that I'll be judging these bids on their own individual merits.
So who did win?
Uncle Stan.
I'll admit, I felt confident that my bid would be competitive.
I'm just glad we got there in the end. I sense you're suspicious, Mother. And you're right to be. Truth be told, I had activated Henry Collins, whose accountant knew where Mr. Johnston buries the bodies.
Thank you for seeing me at such short notice. You're very welcome, Mr. Stevens.
These bodies, by which I mean his tax record, were then delivered to the relevant authorities at His Majesty's Revenue and Customs.
Oh. Oh, mate.
Leading to Uncle Stan's arrest for multiple tax evasion offenses and the freezing of all of his assets, leaving him unable to complete the purchase. She took it upon herself to clear the field.
Fucking hell. Ooh, mercy.
Henry Collins steps in again to take care of her.
Oh, well, I'm glad someone's looking after a poor woman.
Sorry, wasn't Henry Collins the one that fixed the fight?
Yeah.
Oh, darling, tell me you're not working with him now.
The whole point of me telling you I was selling my business was to wake you up. You're not buying the operation. You're investing in it. So together, we can expand our interests.
Oh, fuck off, mate.
I take it you're not retiring then, Dad?
Eh? No chance. But I needed to know you two were willing to put some skin in the game. Shared responsibilities have their merits. £235 million. Now, you have a purpose. Now, you wasn't born to take orders. You were born to give them, to build and expand empires. I don't see a captain, I see a fucking general.
Ah,
Henry.
I shouldn't have.
That's gotta be Henry, isn't it? Ho, ho, ho.
Do you want to do it?
Is that a request?
No. You don't have to. I just thought you might want to. You know, as part of your journey.
Show how serious you are. Bonded with blood, right? Show that he is all in. See, that's kind of bullshit, though. So, they're paying him $230 million to become a partner.
Oh, that's lovely.
One could do a lot worse.
Spoken like a true gentleman.
So there we go, as the gentleman finished in as expected. Susie and Eddie team up at the end. There's a whole myriad of deceptions and crosses and double crosses, and the good guys win at the end, right? Right? That's what I love about these kind of shows, though, right? That's what I love about TV and film these days. You know, before it used to be good guys and bad guys. Bad guys were black, good guys were white. And in reality, there is no such thing as good guys and bad guys. There's no black and white. It's all shades of grey, right? It's all shades of grey, and everything is justifiable, and everything's got a purpose. You're not a good guy just because, and you're not a bad guy just because. There's always a set of circumstances and an evolution and a journey. And you know, that's what I like about these TV shows. Like Eddie is not a good guy, right? He's murdered like a few people leading up to this. Susie's not a good guy. She's done some bad things, but they're the ones you're rooting for at the end, right? They're the ones they're your bad guys, right? So, if I didn't like though, right? They thought they were buying their dad's business, and all of a sudden, because let's face it, if Stanley Johnson had won a bid, Bobby Glass wouldn't have been saying, I wasn't actually selling it, I'm wanting for investors. He wouldn't have done that. He wouldn't have done that. The only reason he's fucking doing that is because it was Eddie and Susie. The only reason he's doing that. And, you know, it's kind of bullshit, right? And I was expecting him to get popped at the very end. I thought that would be the end scene, would be him getting popped. Because, you know, $230 million to become a fucking investor. Screw that. But anyway, I was great. I finished, you know, ticked all the boxes, finished the way it should have finished, tied up loose ends. And like I said all along, Eddie, like Freddie said, he was born for that, right? He had a gut. He had the intestinal fortitude. He had the balls of steel to do what needed to be done, right? And to put this thing in motion so that everyone else, every other bid was eliminated, right? Every single other person was taken out, and they're the only show in town. So hopefully we see season 2, right? Although I'm not sure how a season 2 could go. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think I would like to see a season 2 because I enjoyed it so much. But if it's just going to be a repeat of season 1, then just leave it as a one and done. Leave it as the story's been told, right? And then you let your imagination take you wherever, right? But hopefully, Susie and Eddie, they're well suited. They are they're well suited. They obviously are affectionate towards each other. So hopefully they, I reckon, I kind of want them to get together, but then you damn mix business with pleasure, right? Don't get involved with that kind of thing. But that was The Gentleman. That was superb. It was, created by Guy Ritchie, and you could kind of tell, right? The influence was there for the music, to the characters, to the dialogue, to the silliness, right? And yeah, the story was the action, the comedy, the double crosses, even in Freddy kind of got like a hero's moment at the end, despite all of what he did and wanted to do, and he said, I wanted to kill you, Eddie. And Eddie's like, well, upset by us, but at least he fucking told you, right? He did not have to tell you that. And the fact that he told you, it means that he regrets it deeply. Because he told you, right? And at the end, he wanted to walk out to the Scouse drug dealers and sacrifice himself, right? And even though he knows that Eddie wouldn't let him, he can still kind of sleep at night with the knowledge he wanted to do it. He made the offer, right? So he did his part. And, it could be The Gentleman Season 2 Crackweed, right? But we'll see. We'll see. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, interacting, commenting, all that good stuff. Thank you to the guys on Patreon. I appreciate you. Link for Patreon is below. Everything goes on Patreon first for early access. And I'll catch you next time.